Hey y'all, it's Raylyn and I am coming on here to give you a little tour of my beauty collection. I have quite a few things and I want to share them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look through lipsticks and eyeshadows and highlighters and foundations and the stuff that I have and can get to. Can't get to all of it sadly, but would love to share that with you. We're going to start with eyeshadow because I have the most amount of eyeshadow palettes. I don't have many singles. Sorry that my background is such a mess. This is one of the first times I've been in my beauty room in over a month. So there's been kind of a lot going on in here. Well, nothing been going on in here, which seems like a lot because it needed cleaned. So we're gonna start there. We're gonna start with my Beauty Bay eyeshadow collection. I have Rich Berries Botanical, Fiery 2.0, Nude, Nude, and Bright. These are two separate nude palettes. Now, most of this tower is in fact eyeshadow palettes. So let's get into it. Every drawer that's open holds eyeshadow palettes, and as you can see, I have a crazy ColourPop collection, but I want to start with ColourPop, then we'll do my Glamlight palettes, and I have some Profusion palettes down there. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then this is a mix of different eyeshadow palettes. We're going to start here. Let's start off with three ColourPop bangers, which is Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse. I'm going to show you each and every one of them because that feels fair. So, starting with Twilight, it definitely gives Twilight that blue tint. Even the greens have a blue-ish to them. Does that make sense? A blue-ish to them. Okay, so that's Twilight. Here's New Moon. Lots of browns, very highly indicative of the werewolves or the children of the moon or shapeshifters. The children of the moon were different. It's been a while since I've watched them. And here is Eclipse, giving Volturi and wolves and battle, in my opinion. Okay, so those are my three Twilight ones. That's all they make right now. Okay, I have depotted the yellow palette into a Jeffree Star Cosmetics magnetic palette because they fit in here really well. But there you go. I have two yellow palettes. Love yellow eyeshadow. I wear it a lot. This is my very first make your own palette. I've moved some of the shades out of it. There were 3 more, but I moved them out for a different palette that I made. So there these are. They're beautiful shades. Okay. I have the Candy Castle ColourPop Land Candyland collaboration. That just fell and shattered all over the floor. That was the shimmer shade. Guess I've moved that shelf a little too much in ColourPop's opinion. I've had that palette for a while though. Also, I don't want to hear anything in the comments about how these makeup eyeshadow palettes are expired. I know. I don't care. So, anyway, I've got the Off Melrose palette. Let's hope none of these fall out. I love ColourPop eyeshadows. I've got Off Melrose, and then I have the Star Wars eyeshadow palette, which is beautiful. Look at that. This one and this one, they call my name every single time. I love them. I've not used it yet. Oops. I also have the Blow and Smoke eyeshadow palette, which is wonderful grayscale. Love it. Very great for smoky eyes. And then I have the Bretman Rock in ColourPop collection. I've got Wet and Lit. I got them for Christmas a very long time ago. They're both beautiful. Love them. I miss collabs like this. We should do more collabs like this. Like Lynn's Makeup Look has that Glisten Cosmetics and Blend Bunny. Why can't she have one with ColourPop? We need more stuff like that. Like the Graveyard Girl collection with Tarte. Let's do more stuff like that. One day I hope I get to make a palette, because that would be amazing. But anyway. Next up, I have this entire set. And I think, let me make sure I have all of them in my hands. So I've got Extra Coin, Sunny Days, Pink Drink, Sweet Vibes, Island Vacay, and New Money. I love these palettes. I'm very glad that I have them in my collection. Okay. Then I've got One and Only, Ooh La La, Orange You Glad, which is one of my favorites, Meant to Be, and Wild Child. We'll go through these really quick. So Wild Child is browns, very reminiscent of the packaging. It's supposed to be, I'm assuming, animal related. Meant to Be is obviously mint shades. I have used it quite a lot, but not as much as I thought I had. I mainly used it on my cousin for prom. I have used Orange You Glad, especially that middle shade. It's almost panned. I've not used Ooh La La yet, but it's pinks, purples, fuchsias, if you will. And One and Only. I have used One and Only. It's very dark shades. Let me turn. That didn't make it much better. I know that it's kind of dark. I'm sorry, guys. I'm slowly starting to put these back in here so I can show you the rest of them. And the last three mini palettes that I got are the Mandalorian, which also had a shade fall out of it. I forgot about that. That kind of makes me sad. I've not used it. I also have the Darth Vader collab, which I love. And then I have High Tide, which I love. I bought this for Easter one year for myself. I love it. I would like to make enough money from doing this that I don't have to worry about bills anymore. That is my goal. And also just to share my love of makeup. And I'm not doing very good at showing everyone on TikTok that I know how to do makeup, because I'm stressing myself out about it instead of having fun. Anyway, next to, I have the Stranger Things and the Harry Potter one. So let's look at the Harry Potter one first. It is gorgeous. I love it so much. I'm so glad that I have it in my collection. I almost didn't buy it, but I ended up buying it, and I have not regretted it. And the Stranger Things one, I also love it a lot, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection. Now, the next few I have, which will be all of my ColourPop palettes, are these big ones. So I've got Bare Necessities, which is just bare shades like browns and pinks and stuff like that. I've got the It's a Mood palette, which is blues and purples and shimmery shades. Stone Cold Fox, which is again more nude shades. Sorry, my husband walked in the room. Your Golden, which I love this palette. I've used it quite a lot, even though you probably can't tell. And then I got the Play It Jewel. I always wanted, I think they have one called Rock Candy. Is that correct? Am I making that up? I always wanted that one, but I never got it. I'm going to put these back in there, and then we'll move on to the next. So the next couple of drawers aren't just my Glamlight palettes, but they are my collection palettes. So they're like collabs or based on something, right? So I've got Glamlight Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat is my favorite horror movie. So when this collection came out, I was so incredibly happy. It's also a great color story, especially for the fall. So we've got Trick or Treat, and then we've got Revolution, Makeup Revolution London, It collection, which I love. I just had to have this when it came out, and I got it, thankfully. You wouldn't expect makeup to be quite as a competitive have-to-have collection as it is, but it really is. So next up, I'm going to put these behind me and go through them one by one. Next up, I have the Friday the 13th palette. Okay, my husband came in again, I'm sorry. This is the Friday the 13th collection with Glamlight. I adore it. It was one of the first ones that I got. I also have the Good Guys collection. So the first Chucky collection, well, the second Chucky collection, I think. I love it. The packaging is always on point. Okay, this is the other Chucky, Crazy in Love palette. Chucky and Tiffany. I love it. It's very grungy. I've got both of the Ghostface palettes. I've got Ghostface Lives and Ghostface Returns. I love them. So I'm going to put them back in there, and then I'll show you the rest of them in this drawer. These are all also Glamlight. So I've got the Breaking Dawn Edward palette. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm really loving this shade right here. Can you see it? Probably not so good. I know I'm in the dark. I'm sorry. I need like studio lights. This is the Jacob palette, and I've not used it yet. That green shade. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I'm sorry. That was rude. I was so excited when they announced this collab. So the Saw collection. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't even want to touch it. I've not used it. I love it so much. And then last but not least, the Halloween 2 collection. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm so glad to have it in my collection. So as I said, not every one in these drawers are Glamlight. So let's go through some of the ones that aren't, that are just collabs. So I've got the Makeup Revolution and Corpse Bride, the Newlyweds palette. I didn't get the other one. I don't know why. I feel dumb now. I have both of the Wet n Wild SpongeBob palettes. I have the Gal Pals Eye and Face palette and the FUN Eye and Face palette. I will open this one. I cannot open this one because it's not open, and I don't feel like opening it right now. I've used this one. I love them. I love Wet n Wild eyeshadows. And speaking of Wet n Wild, let's talk about the Scooby-Doo and Wet n Wild Scooby-Doo Where Are You palette. I adore it. When they announced this collection, I had to have it. Okay, so I've got 2 Nightmare on Elm Street palettes and 2 Scooby-Doo palettes from Glamlight. So let's talk about the first one. It's called Retro Raggy. Green shades. Love it. It's amazing. It looks beautiful. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog being bad in the background. Okay, and then this one is Creeps and Crawls. And it's like turquoisey and purples. It's beautiful. Like, I love the shade, and I want more collabs like that. Then this is the Never Sleep Again Dream Master Nightmare on Elm Street palette. There were 2 of them in the collection. There's the first one that I have used, and here's the second one that I have not, but it's greens and it's beautiful, and it's the Freddy Krueger palette. Okay, I have more in this drawer. See, whole more stack, whole more, a whole other stack. Here's my CoverGirl and Stranger Things collab. I love it. Here is the Beauty Creations and Corpse Bride collection. I love it as well. It's got a cool package. I have the Harry Potter and Profusion Dark Arts palette, which I love. I love Profusion eyeshadow palettes. Then I have the Frosted Flakes palette with Glamlight. I love this one. I love blue eyeshadow. And then I loved Wizard of Oz growing up, so I have the Wizard of Oz and Kylie Cosmetics palette. I have used it. I do really like it. Then I have, that does not go in that one. Then I have the Lizzie McGuire and Profusion Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I've got 3 more eyeshadow palettes in this drawer to show you, and then we'll move on to the next. These are all big palettes too. So I have the Glamlight Rick and Morty palette, which is huge. I love it. I love Rick and Morty. I have the Profusion Casper palette. When I heard this was coming out, I had to have it. I love Casper. And then I also have the Casper and Hot Stuff collab with Profusion, which I love as well. I'm glad to have both of them in my collection. It's so nice to have the opportunity to have these things. I've been collecting for years. Okay, so I'm back and I'm ready to show you one of my largest eyeshadow collections, which is my Anastasia Beverly Hills collection. So I'm going to start with my mini palettes, and then we're going to go through the big ones. So brand new in my collection, I have the Modern Renaissance mini palette. I own 2 big ones, my original one and a new one that I bought. So beautiful shades, very Modern Renaissance-y. Love it. Love having it. I have the Sugar palette. Those blues and this greenish shade really drew me in. And the ABH Norvina collection. I only have 1 of them. And I have the Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. Those shades drew me in. Do I use it that much? No. But did I have to have it when I was a teenager? Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's start going through my big palettes. I have many of them. We'll go through them one by one. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. This one is brand new to my collection. I got it at TJ Maxx. So ABH palette number 1. ABH palette Cosmos, which I loved. loved. It was the first one I'd really, really loved in a really long time. So I'm stacking these very neatly behind me so I can put them back in here neatly. I have the Nouvelle palette. I just cracked the spine on my eyeshadow palette. It's greens. I really wanted this one as well. It's very nice. There is the Fall Romance palette, which I really wanted to have. It was very reminiscent of Modern Renaissance to me. Now we're getting into my older palettes. Modern Renaissance. This is my newest version of it, so it's very unused, but it's beautiful and I love it. It's very fall themed for me. Then we have, I'm gonna go ahead and show my original Modern Renaissance palette. Used up. Loved this palette. Wore it all the time to 10th grade. In fact, it's a whole other shade now. Love that palette. Okay, next up is Soft Glam, which also should have bought a extra of because I used that baby up. These are probably some of the only palettes I've ever hit pan on too. Okay, next up I have Subculture, which a lot of people hated, but I love this palette. I can't lie to you. I was so excited. I remember when I got it, we found it at TJ Maxx, and I told my dad, I was like, please buy that for me, and he just like was like, oh, okay. And then I saw the price and it was like $20, and I was like, Dad, if you do not buy that for me, then I'm gonna buy it for myself. And he got really mad at me because he was planning on buying it for me in secret while we were there. And I kind of ruined the surprise because I was like, if you don't buy that right now, I will, which is a bratty teenager thing. I also have the Norvina palette. I've not really used this one a whole bunch because back then purples and pinky purples and browns, I didn't know how to use this palette, to be completely honest with you. Purples weren't my thing. I had to have the Prism palette when it came out. That yellow really got me, but really this shade Throne is my favorite now. It's like a dark emerald green. And then I've got 3 more little ones and then my Norvina palettes. So we've got the La palette, purples. Haven't used this one again. Wasn't much of a purple girly. Then we have Riviera. Haven't used this one much either. I need to. They're in my collection for a reason. And then I have the Amrezy. Apparently I can't read cursive writing, and I have used it a lot. I've used the sparkly shades, but it's beautiful and it's very long compared to the other ones, so I'm glad that I have this in my collection. We have 4 more palettes before we are done with the ABH collection. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection. This is Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. So beautiful. I love it. This was not my first one, but when I found this one, I had to have it. I'm so glad that it is in my collection, like genuinely. I'm just going to go through and put them back as I take them out. So I also have Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1. This was also not my first one, but I found this a couple years ago at TJ Maxx, I believe. I love it. It's lots of purples, which I do wear now, but that's why I didn't get it originally. This is my very first one. This was Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3, and I used it quite a bit, especially shades down here. I remember when I first got this one, I was so excited. So I'm glad to have it in my collection. I just shut my hand up in that and it kind of hurt. Anyway, the last palette in my Anastasia Beverly Hills collection is the Pro Pigment Palette 6. So I have 4 out of 6 of them and only one of the mini ones. Let me try and get this open because it's popping out. Anyway, beautiful. That is my entire collection of Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. So I have a little drawer right next to me that has more eyeshadow palettes in it. So I'm quickly going to go through those with you before we hit the last drawer in there that has eyeshadow palettes in it. So I have my Sugar Pill Cosmetics palettes in there, and I don't have any of the original one. But I have this limited edition Oh Honey 2 Trixie Mattel collab. I bought these 3 peel palettes. The capsule collection, the 10th anniversary collection. Those are the shades and what they look like. I'm glad to have these in my collection. These are my first actual Sugar Pill collabs. So I'm going to slowly try and put these back in there. So when I am done talking to you about them, they still fit in there like they're supposed to. Okay. So next I have some Tarte palettes. I have the Tartelette Lil Bloom, Tartelette Lil Juicy, Tartelette Lil Roasted palettes. So that one's Lil Bloom. It's lots of browns, very neutral. I have Lil Juicy, lots of pinks and fuchsias. And Lil Roasted is lots of like reddish browns. Now I also have these 2, Tarte Sugar Rush, and then Sweet Cravings is the name of it, and the Tartelette Big Juicy palette. So the Sugar Rush one looks like candies. It smells like vanilla, and I love it. It's just shimmery, neutral brown reds. And then the Tartelette Juicy palette looks like that, and I like it. It also smells like vanilla, which was a big thing back when I first started getting into makeup. Okay, in this I have 2 more things. I have Kat Von D, the Shade and Light Original palette. It's now KVD, but this was the Kat Von D palette. I loved it very, very much. I'm very happy to have it in my collection. And then I have some, but not all, of my Too Faced palettes, okay? So I have the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I still, in fact, own this palette. I will not be getting rid of it. I don't really use it anymore, but I do still, in fact, own it. I bought this one last year. This is the Appley in Love Too Faced collection. It does smell like apples. It smells really good. And then I bought this one not that long ago as well, the Better Than Chocolate. It doesn't really smell like chocolate though. But I love Too Faced, and when I saw that they had some more of the food palettes out, I was like, I have to have them. So let me quickly put these back in there and then we'll talk. So you may be like, Raylyn, how do you have any more palettes? I've been collecting for a really, really, really long time. Like 11 years. Really long time. And I have a lot of palettes. Like a lot of palettes. So let's look at this last drawer on this tower. And then we'll move over to this drawer. And then I have mini palettes right beside me, but we'll probably hit those last. And then over here in my vanity, I have more eyeshadow palettes as well. So in this last drawer, It's a mess. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. So we're going to go through them one by one. So I have the one and only Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I had to have this when I saw it. I loved those shades. It was very me at the time. Anyway, I have this One Size Wicked palette. I have not seen Wicked. We'll get into that in a minute. Do I love Wizard of Oz? Yes. Do I own the books for Wicked? Yes. Do I want to see the movies? Yes, but I just have never done it. So I love this. These are amazing eyeshadows. So if you get a chance to try One Size eyeshadows, please do. They're wonderful. I have the Juvia's Place The Candy Shop palette. I love it. I love anything that's blue and pink. Cotton candy colors, as I always call them. I have this Pat McGrath Labs Holiday Collection. I love them. They're just shimmers, except for 3 mattes, so I don't use it that much. Okay. Then I have 2 James Charles Painted Artistry. This is the basic canvas, and this is the artistry canvas. So, the basic canvas, amazing, cute, beautiful. The artistry canvas, amazing, cute, beautiful. Do I really love these blues and greens? Yes, I do. Next up, I have the R.E.M. Beauty Wicked, original Wicked collab. I love this palette. It looks like a little book. I couldn't pass it up. Then I have my Naked palettes. I have Naked from Urban Decay Smoky and Heat. So that one's smoky, very smoky. That one's heat, very red browns. They were labeled perfectly. I have 3 Nomad Cosmetics palettes, 1 Black Moon Cosmetics palette, and 1 more KVD Beauty, but actually it was Kat Von D Beauty at the time that I got the palette. So my Nomad collection consists of Ghost Town USA. I love it. I have not used it. Should I use it before I say I love it? Probably. Then I have Haunted Europe, which I really do love those greens in there. You can see that green so well on camera, actually. I was worried you wouldn't be able to see it, but that one's my favorite green. And then I have the Polar Express palette because I love Polar Express, and I love this palette, and it was blues, and it came out right before my wedding, which was blues, and I was trying to try a bunch of different blue eyeshadows to wear to my wedding. And then this is the Black Moon Cosmetics Urban Myth palette. I love it. They're all different urban myths, so that was fun. And then last but not least, in this drawer, I have the original Fetish Kat Von D palette, which is now KVD Beauty, but I had to have it when I saw it. It was on sale. I got a good deal on it long time ago. So that's the last palette in this drawer. I almost forgot. I have this Lost Signal palette from Makeup of Murder. It's very smoky eye coated, and I do really like it. Okay, now you're in a weird spot, but I'm going to go through my mini palettes with you. I said I was going to do it last, but I apparently lied. So let's do that really quick. Okay. So my mini Too Faced collection. I have the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. It still kind of smells like peanut butter. I have the Life's a Fairy Tale palette. This isn't the new one for the Christmas season. I liked it because it looked like a little book. I have the Christmas Coffee. This shade was shattered when I bought it and I didn't know. It does smell like Christmas. I have the White Chocolate Chip palette. It does not really smell like anything. I lied. It smells like white chocolate. I'm thinking of a completely different palette. I have the Forbidden Fruitcake palette. It does smell like fruitcake. They did really well with that. So I have those palettes. Sorry guys, I want to make sure I'm putting them back in good spots. I have the She Glam Corpse Bride collection. I have the She Glam Twilight collection. I cannot get it open, but I'm trying to so I can show it to you. There we go. It's beautiful. I have not used it yet. I have the Makeup Revolution Shrek collection. This one is called And in the Morning I'm Making Waffles. It's got donkey on the front of it. I have the She Glam Harry Potter eyeshadow palettes. That one was Gryffindor. This is Ravenclaw. Apparently it's a little dusty because I've used that one. I have the Slytherin one. And I have the Hufflepuff one. So I have all four houses. I then have the KVD Shade and Light mini palette. One of them. There were multiple. This one is Smoke. I have two mini Naked palettes. They're both the Smiley palettes. There's the first one. There's the second one. I don't use them a lot. Well, I've definitely used them, but I don't reach through them a lot. And then I have this Creature Cosmetics Monster Baby palette. This one is Lichen Larry. I love these so much. I'm so glad to have them in my collection. And then I have three Huda Beauty palettes to share with you. I got the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions palette. I've used this one quite a lot. The Ruby palette. I've used this one quite a lot. And this one I got not that long ago. This one is the Topaz Obsession. I love it. I love Huda Beauty, but I don't have any of her large palettes, sadly. So that was all of my mini palettes. Moving on to some other palettes that I have on this side of the room. I have the Monster Book of Monsters from She Glam. It's a Harry Potter one. I actually keep it under this little dresser because it is very reminiscent of the movie. I have two Danessa Myricks palettes. I have the Freedom palette. I love this shade up here. And I have the, that one was the Pastel Dream, and then the Freedom palette, Everyday Magic, which I really like. I love Danessa Myricks makeup. That is why I have an entire little drawer dedicated to her. And then this is my Mob Beauty, this is my Riviera palette. This is the Grunge Core palette. And then I have two makeup palettes. So there's that one, and then there's that one. I got really into Mob Beauty, so it has its own drawer as well. So I kinda sort of lied on accident. I have more mini palettes. I have this Makeup Forever one in Whatever Black. And I have this Makeup Forever one in Boundless Berry. Also, guys, I'm sorry you're looking at me from very odd angles. I have no way to like prop my phone up to look. So you're kind of just gonna be with me. I have these two Makeup and Murder. This is Death Metal. They're all like shifting shimmery shades. Can you see? I hope you can see. And then I have this Makeup Forever, Makeup and Murder shades in If Looks Could Kill, which I really like that blue shade. Okay, so those are the last of my mini palettes, I do believe. I then have the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 palette, which is beautiful, by the way, might I add. So glad to have that in my collection. I never ever thought that I would own anything Patrick Ta, but here we are, and that was an amazing... I lied again, I have 2 more tiny palettes. I have the Nubian by Juvia's Place and the Rebel Mints palette, which I really like those. And I have quite a few other palettes to show you, so let me get them out really quick and we'll go through them. This is my Lime Crime collection. So first and foremost, I have the Venus XL palette. I was so happy to be able to get this because I would love to go to TJ Maxx and Ross and find Lime Crime makeup. I love them so much. I got the Lime Crime Wild Metallics Wet Cherry palette. Sorry, you can probably hear my dog trying to go out. My husband should be taking him out any minute. I really love that green, so I was very happy to get that one. I have the Venus Extra Small Majestic Muse palette. It's very beautiful as well. Some of these I haven't even got to use because I ordered them before they went out of, you know, business for makeup. Venus Extra Small Holidays. I love this one. I love that green. Late Night Revel. I love those. I love their green shades. This is Venus Vivid. I actually ordered this one secondhand because my goal was to collect all of these at some point, but now I'm kind of over that goal. This is Prelude Exposed. This is Prelude Chrome. I'm stacking them up in front of you guys. I'm so sorry. This is Venus 3. Brand new. This is Venus. And this is Venus 2, which I love. I love that shade right there. I have 4 more eyeshadow palettes in this drawer, so let's go through them. I have the Noiricorn collab. I really do love it. I haven't got to mess around with it too much. I hope I get to soon. I have the Pastel Goth Kat Von D palette. I love this. Nothing would do me until I got this, and I got it for my birthday. And I also got this for the same birthday. It was Better Together. It was the Too Faced and Kat Von D collab. They stick together. It was beautiful. This came with the tattoo liner, and this came with the Better Than Sex mascara. So that was amazing. That is all that's in that drawer, but I do have more eyeshadows to share, so give me just one moment and we'll go through them together. I know I've already did a video on my Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, so I'm still going to include them here because somebody might not want to go see that one. So I have JSC Lollipop Killer. I have JSC Mini Breaker. I have JSC Weirdo. I have JSC Star Ranch. I love this one. And I have 2 JSC Controversy palettes, but one of them is the Emerald Edition. And that one's the original. So I have those palettes as well. Moving on to another drawer. This might seem like an excess, but I was obsessed with this palette, so my dad was like, well, she's going to use all of it, so I might as well buy her more. And I have 3 of the Tarte Graveyard Girl palettes. I was so excited to get this palette. That's what it looks like. That's not my original one. Hold on and I'll show you my original one. My original one is broken and very, very used. It still smells like vanilla, so quality. I have this Dark Divine Cursed Cosmetics. I lost a brush. Palette. I haven't really got to use it, but I love Dark Divine, and I'm glad to have this palette in my collection. Okay. That is back in there where it belongs. So I'm going to move that over so we can talk. I have this No Signal by Makeup and Murder. I have this BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Bubblegum palette. I love the blues. Again, I love blue eyeshadow. I have this very random Broken Promises House of a Thousand Corpses collab. I love that. I have some Notoriously Morbid Cosmetics. This is Bog Witch. And this is Mary Mean One. I actually highly recommend Notoriously Morbid. If you've never tried them, they have a website. It is a small brand, but I love them. I have this BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette. It's an original, very old palette. I have the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill purple eyeshadow palette. That was like all the rage at some point. I have the Batman and Makeup Revolution Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy dual palette, which I love. The greens, the blues, the pinks, they all look very nice. I have this Morphe 24A Artist Pass collection. I really do like that one. I bought that during peak COVID with some of my graduation money. And I have the Morphe and James Charles palette. It's huge, and I'm surprised I still have it in my collection. These are palettes that I've put together. So using this Unearthly Cosmetics Z palette, I've put all of my Makeup a Murder shades in there, and then some other ones that I forgot. This one is a Half Magic shade, but I don't remember who made those. Then Notoriously Morbid has this Z palette, which I love. It has some more Makeup a Murder shades in there. Because this is all going to be shimmer shades at some point. And this also has a JSC shadow in there. In my Laura Lee Los Angeles Z palette, I have all of my JSC eyeshadow singles. And then I have this Z palette, which is actually 4 palettes, so let's go through it together. The first one has nothing in it, apparently. The second one also has nothing in it. I'm probably going to have to check. Apparently all I have is ABH and O for Cosmetics stuff in the bottom, so yay me. Going through that for no reason. That's all of the eyeshadow palettes that I have right there. Before I forget, I do have this Too Faced collection, which is everybody's favorite. I probably got that on my nose. It still smells like peaches, and I love it. And then I have this 5 shade Natasha Denona palette. That is still not all of my eyeshadow palettes, guys. I still have some more to go through with you. Okay. So, I'm going to sit you there. These are some of my favorites. So I have the Glisten Cosmetics and Blend Bunny Cosmetics Lens collection. This is my dream. Like, this is my dream. But I'm just going to show you the eyeshadow palettes right now. So that's the Blend Bunny Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. They are magnetic, so they do connect together. I love when they do that. I love stuff like this. Okay. I also have the Lethal Cosmetics Adventure Time Candy Kingdom palette. I love this palette. I've used it quite a bit, but I haven't had it that long, so. Okay. I'm probably going to go through and reorganize these after I show them to you, but anyway, I have this ColourPop collection. It needs to go in my ColourPop book. What is happening today? That must have went into the nether because I have no idea where that just fell out. Anyway, the shade Divine fell out, and I don't know if that is a good sign or not. Give me just a second. I have to find that. Well, I can't find that one, so let's just continue on. I have the Beetlejuice Melt Cosmetics The Waiting Room palette, which is beautiful, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection. I have the MAC Connect in Color powder palette. These 3 shades are amazing, and I love them. I have the Lethal Cosmetics and Conjuring collection. I love it so very much. I bought the entire collection. I have the Unearthly Made a Monster palette. I love it. It worked really well when I had my pink hair. I bought this MAC palette, but one of my shades didn't come in the mail, and I'm kind of sad, but I never emailed them about it. It Welcome to Dairy Melt Cosmetics collection. I love it. I love Melt Cosmetics. They're probably my favorite, and I would love to be on their PR list someday. This is the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein Universal Monsters collection palette. And then I also have somewhere the other one, wherever it may be. There it is. I have the Melt Cosmetics Creature from the Black Lagoon palette. I love this palette so very much. I also have the Edward Scissorhands makeup collection with Melt Cosmetics, which I love. These are, this is Showy Cosmetics. I love this green shade. Oh, I almost dropped that, and then I would have cried because I've already lost like 4 eyeshadows. This is the Melt Cosmetics Bailey Sarian collection, which I love. This is Melt Cosmetics as well. This is the Christmas Town Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I don't have Halloween Town, and I feel so stupid for not buying it when I had the chance. I also have the Smoke Sessions palette. One of them came broken, so I'm being very, very careful with this one. Then I have this Kryptine Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I used this one for my wedding. It was beautiful. I did in fact wear blue eyeshadow to my wedding. And then I have this Lethal Cosmetics and Dexter collection. I love it so much because I love Dexter. That is not all of these in this drawer. I have the Blend Bunny and my Pang Rotten collection. And I have the Beauty Creations and Goosebumps If Looks Could Kill. collection. I have the Blend Bunny and Ellis The Garden of Stars shimmer palette. I have the Blend Bunny Sickly Sweet palette, which I love. I got it for Christmas. I have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Longing palette. I got this one for Christmas as well. And I have the Blend Bunny Sugar and Spite palette, which I got for Christmas as well. I have the Unearthly Cosmetics Dead Cute palette. I have the Unearthly Cosmetics Devour palette. And the Don't Be Jelly palette. And then I have 3 more Unearthly Cosmetics. I have the Thinking of You palette, the one of the Christmas palettes, which I love. It's got greens in it. And then the Woeful Whimsy palette. I was going to show you my JSC palettes again, but I'm worried my camera might die. So if we do this, we're going to have to be quick, and I'm not going to show you the inside of them. So let me quickly show you. The Blood Sugar and Blood Money palette. I have Blue Bloods and Gothic Beach, Banana Fetish, Jawbreaker, Thirsty, Gold Blooded. I have Alien, cannot think of the name of that palette right now. Oh my gosh. The Conspiracy palette and Scorpio. And then I have Pricked. This is my last eyeshadow, and I forgot that it's an eyeshadow because I really don't use it, but it's Creative Beauty palette by Cara Beauty, and it does smell like buttercream. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, or follow me depending on where you are watching this video. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to see your collections. Please tag me in them.